this is Jacqueline. Thanks for watching. This is the GROW program. I'm going to ask you if you would please like, share, and subscribe. I don't say that in my videos. I'm not, really a big YouTuber. Really, not at all. And so, some things are getting ready to change. And I'm getting ready to, try to improve my recording system here. So over the weekend, I'll be working on that. And next week, hopefully things will be a little bit brighter. You kind of see me a little better, for those of you who like to see me as I'm talking. Okay, I'm going to get in this message today. I had heard this morning, I was catching the news, that in Chicago, two postal workers were shot. And, okay, 2 postal workers were shot in Chicago. So what this GROW program is about is oppression. So what's happening in Chicago is oppression. That's what's happening. Oppression is the result of racism, police brutality, and injustice. So that's what's going on down in Chicago. I want to talk to the young man who did the shooting. I hope that somebody will show him this video, or somebody who who may be leading that lifestyle. I just want to talk to you, young man, for a minute, okay? Because I talked about that kind of stuff in my previous videos, but we always have to reiterate this stuff because we have to reprogram people. People need to be reprogrammed. It's some people who got it and are out of it, but it's some people who's still in there, in that lifestyle. And those are the people I'm trying to reach. I'm trying to reach some people. So I want to talk to this young man, and I want to let you know, that what you did was a horrible thing. Whether it's paintballs or whether it's a rifle, an AK-47 or what, I want to let you know that you just committed a federal crime. By interfering with anything that's got to do with the government, you committed a federal crime. So you can just sign some time away. You're going to be gone for a while. By the time you get out, the GROW program, racism going to be over with. And the GROW program, you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of it. You'll be able to sit back because you're going to be about 60, 70 years old by the time you get out. See, that's what I'm saying with these young people. They don't think about what they do. That's why we got to talk to them. I'm going to tell you, uncle, auntie, whoever, if you got somebody in your life, ain't nobody in my life, no relatives that I know of that's doing that. But I'm going to tell you something. These people got people. If you know your relative, your little nephew is out there thugging and gangbanging and shooting and killing people and shooting kids, these kids, all they want to do is grow up. Ask a kid what they want to do. I want to grow up and be. Then they're going to finish the sentence. But you got kids out here. You ain't even thinking about the kids. If you're going to go do something, I'm going to ask you not to even do that. If you're going to go do something, go talk to this boy people. Go talk to his people, whoever you got the beef with. But see, now you ain't got no beef with no post office. If you mad about your mail, you need to take that up with Donald Trump and write to him and talk to him and ask him, would he fix the post office? But you don't take it out on no person out there trying to do their job and trying to get medicine and important mail to people who they already waiting on it, and now they got to wait on it even more because now they talking about they gonna stop the mail. You got elderly people in there. You got people who's sick from the coronavirus. Everybody can't go to the post office. So now you done messed stuff up for these folks. But I'm gonna tell you something. Whoever watching, I want to let you know to tell your grandma and your grandpa and whoever elderly in your life that right now there's a woman out here and she running her mouth and she talking about this GROW program. And the GROW program is called Greatness Reach Over Oppression Through Wisdom. Tell her that it's going to get better. Tell your elderly relative it's going to get better. It's hope. There's somebody out here that's screaming and hollering and trying to make things different. Trying to make a difference for all of us, so that we can all come out with substance. Let them know that the grandbaby gonna be all right. I'm gonna have things set up and everything gonna be all right because I'm gonna keep on running my mouth until stuff get different, till things change. Then maybe when I get elderly, I can sit back and enjoy it also with the dude that came out of prison from shooting the federal postal worker. I ain't really meaning to make jokes here. Really, I'm not. But I'm telling you something. You got to do something. Because, see, these young people are lost. They lost, and I got to reach them. Some kind of way, I got to reach them. I need to tell these young ladies, I don't care what she said. Don't get out there and go buy booty shorts and go out there twerking. Don't do that. Ain't no future in that. All you doing is degrading yourself, putting that stuff on Instagram and all that. What you need to do, young lady, put a picture of you in the Instagram with a book in your hand. Showing that you're trying to get somewhere in life. You're trying to graduate. You're trying to go to school. You're trying to have a future. You can see yourself somewhere 5 years from now. You ain't going to see yourself out there whopping in the street. You're going to see yourself with a college degree in the corporate world, moving up, coming back and putting back in the community. And I'm going to talk to you too also. When you get your tax return, go to the courthouse and buy some property. Go down there. You got a whole lot of tax sales out there. You got a whole lot of property that's real cheap. All you got to do is pay the back taxes on it, maybe $700, something like that. That's enough. If you got enough to go buy 2 Gucci bags, you got enough to go buy 2 houses. So you need to go do that. I'm telling you. That's how you begin to build wealth. You're going to be stuck on stupid. You can sit there and look at your Gucci bags, but the Gucci bags ain't going to bring you no money. The house will. So, you can go there and I'm going to tell you something. Buy these houses. And then if you want to, this is how you really can start helping in your community. Put somebody in there, your relative, somebody that your uncle or somebody who may be out there, but put him in there and charge him just a little, $100, $200. Let him fix the house up for you, and then in the meantime of him fixing the house up, I'm gonna be working on his mind, because I'm gonna tell him he can grow from them drugs. He can get better. He can get a job. You see, you got a house. You can do better. So that's what the Grow program is all about. And I'm gonna tell you, if you need individual, because it's a program, it's a ministry, and it's a movement. And if you need any type of individual therapy, as far as somebody talking to you and trying to tell you and give you words of encouragement, I have email, I have Zoom, we can do meetings, however way you want to do it, I will work with you. I don't have a whole lot of time because I got to do the ministry, I got a grandbaby, I got a husband, and I got a house. So, I can give you 15 minutes of my time at a time. I probably could do maybe 2 or 3 people or something at a time. But I'm trying to work with folks. I'm trying to help my people. Because I'm going to tell you something. We just been stuck on stupid. We just, and I'm sorry. We've been stuck on stupid. But we finna come out of this oppression. It's 400 years later. God says people going to come out with substance. So he sent me. And here I am. So, I wonder why I went through everything I went through. I told you I cried a river of tears. Every time I got over one thing, here comes something else. Here comes something else. Always constant in my life. And now I know why. For a time such as this. So I can tell you that whatever you going through, I done went through it. I ain't never smoked no crack, but I done been right there with somebody who did. I done watched her. I took care of her baby and watched her while she walking around peeking out windows looking crazy. Can't even, can't do nothing. But why would you want that? So I'm watching her. Why would I want to look like her? I don't want to be like that. I got to go to work. I got stuff to do. So that's what we got to do. We got to make up our mind, young man. You got peer pressure going on. But I'm gonna tell you something. Don't cave into that peer pressure. Don't let them tell you to try them drugs. Don't let them tell you to fire that bullet. Don't let them tell you to do none of that. Go find your dad and go hang out with him. Go see what dad doing. Go work on the car with him. Go in there with your mama and talk to her. Let her tell you about grandma. Well, let me tell you this about grandma. That's why, if you notice, your grandma and your great-grandma got 15, 20 kids. But if you look at the white grandma and the white great-grandma, they only had 2 or 3. That's the reason is because we just been programmed to keep having all these babies because that's what they was doing back in the slavery days. They just made them have all the babies. Just keep on having babies because they were taking the babies and selling them. Selling them off, and sometimes they'll let them keep their baby, but most of the time the baby got sold. So, really, when you really think about it, honestly, when you really think about it, it's a whole lot of us, but you know, and we all over the world now. But we are really family. We really are. We are family. We are legends. We are kings and queens. You know, I ain't gonna call none of y'all no rebel because I believe y'all gonna get it together. You know, don't nobody want to die rebel. Really, when you ask somebody, do you want to live a life in glory? They'll tell you, yeah. But I don't know how. I don't know how to get on the path. Well, let me show you. You know, all you gotta do is get on board. You know, all you gotta do is get on board with the GROW program, and there it is. You know, so so I just want to get that quick word out to you today. So when the Spirit move me, I'll make another video. Let's grow.